everything. You had a win, but you had 2 missed cuts before you came here. How did it all come together today to shoot the score you did?
Yeah, it was a nice round of golf. I was talking to my caddy Joe, walking up 18, and it was a nice executed round of golf where we had some numbers sort of in between, and we felt like we managed it in a really nice way. And it's a cool place to go play golf at, and it sort of demands that discipline. And I was proud of the way that I hung in there today, and managed to finish up nicely on the back nine.
Of course, your Masters debut was last year, first time you ever played in the major, and all you did was finish second. You're now 11 under par through your first 5 rounds here at Augusta. That's the best ever by any player through the first 5 rounds. What is it about this golf course that just makes you feel so at ease?
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure. I really like.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I really like being here. I really enjoy the golf course, and it's a different type of test that I really enjoy playing. It demands a lot of patience, which I believe is a quality that I possess. So yeah, it's a really cool place. It's probably going to bite you in the butt at some point in your career, and so far it hadn't. But I'm looking forward to a nice couple of rounds coming forward.
Very solid once again. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's send it back out to 18.
Course ever bite you in the butt, Curtis? This one?
I don't have any butt left. Sorry. Hey,
That's well done. Well done. That's perfect.
I can't think that Oberg, he finished second last year, and during the last year, he's learned so much more about his game, about the way he plays, the tour, the travel, everything about it. So think about how much more prepared he is this year.
Mm-hmm. He's, again, as advertised, there was so much expected of him, given the brilliance of his collegiate career. But there can be a learning curve. It's difficult. You all are the best in the world out here, and he just hasn't missed a step since he's come up. Dechambeau here eyeballing what is in this putt, which stands between him and an opening round of 68.
I think you have to understand that there's certain places around this golf course you just cannot hit it. Mm-hmm. And if you can avoid those errors, you can tiptoe around, certain tee shots, of course, left 11, 13, 15, the water penalty areas. But other than that, just have to play smart golf. And of course, always make a few putts.
That's the recipe each and every week. So, Dechambeau here.
Very, very fast from his right.
He was looking for a bit more break. It didn't happen. 65 a year ago for Bryson to open, in the mix throughout. He'll have that for an opening 69 this year. Back to 17.
And Seth Thigala. Fine tee shot, playing his second, just one over. And 2 like Rahm going with the big high fade. A couple of good shots in there. Hardly any breeze right now. Perfect late afternoon for golf. Doesn't get any better than that here at Augusta. This perfect time of the day, Curtis, as we head up to your hole at 18.
Absolutely. No shadows out there.
No breeze at all.
No breeze at all. Cooling down just a bit.
Okay. Good evening,
That
everybody.
feels like an appropriate.
Good evening. I guess it was down in my head as we are on the eve of wrapping up round 1 of the Masters. Man, is it good to have the major season here. Is this not the best? And if you guys are in the chat, whether it's YouTube or Twitter, can you please comment, make sure the audio sounds good, clear. I do not have a producer. I do all this myself. So if you could please comment in the chat if the audio sounds good. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep talking until you guys chat it up. But on the eve of round 1 of the end of the Masters, ooh, Hideki with a nasty little lip out to end. Where was it? Anyway, is it not great to be back at the best time of the year, man? Major season's here. The first day of the Masters is always one of my favorite days of the golfing season, man. It just signifies for me here in Michigan the start of the golf season. Today it snowed, which unfortunately sucked. Yo, Mike, appreciate you, man. Thank you for jumping in. Appreciate it. If anyone wants to jump on, man, I'm gonna do. I do have the ability to take guests, so this is supposed to be. I do have the ability to take guests, so from Streamlabs. So if you guys are in the chat, whether it be Twitter or YouTube, feel free to just shoot me a message on Instagram. I may not see it right away because I'm actually, let me open my Instagram. But if you guys want to jump in, I can coordinate that. I'll have my Instagram DMs open for people who want to jump in. Need some light. Some light.
Little lag effort there. The players that win here, Curtis, they're good lag putters.
I think they're putters that don't.
Anyway, guys, what a great day of golf. I mean, it snowed here in Michigan, so I was unfortunately working most of the day, but I had the broadcast on for the background, and then obviously once my work day ended up, was able to just have it on. But it just feels so good to have golf back. Major season is my favorite time of the season. The only time we're truly now getting the best players in the world together in golf. And man, do we have a great leaderboard. We have a leaderboard full of storylines. I mean, we can start from the top or we can start from the bottom because there is plenty to talk about. But as we're wrapping up here, Bryson just finished for 69. What's up, SK? How you doing, man? Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate you for jumping in. Hope you guys had a good day of golf viewing. Man, it's so good. I get so jazzed about the Masters, man. It really is. I feel like every time we go through major season, and it's like we go through the next major, it's like, man, that major's really good. But honestly, the Masters will always probably be my favorite tournament. It's just Augusta National, and I know it gets a lot of heat for, not being as nice, but dude, you could bury me on that golf course like that. I will play there every day of the week, and I know most people would, but it really is the best golf course that they play all year, in my opinion. I truly love it. It's so special. The eyes on TV, and I just think it really is the best tournament from a broadcast perspective, coverage, aesthetics. I mean, they do the best job, in my opinion, outside of the players in the U.S. Open. Actually, the Open Championship is pretty. All the majors do a really good job, but the Masters just is its own pinnacle from the golfing world. But like I said, let's dive right in as we're wrapping up.
When these greens firm out the next 3 days,
this Red Rose has round one lead 7 times. Yes, so it's tied for his best first round. I think Jay Rose shot 7 under in 2021. I believe in 2021 he shot 7 under. Bryson in a great spot. Bryson in is a great spot, CJ. I got a Bryson ticket. I have a futures ticket on Bryson to win. So I love that he's in the top 10. I think I read a crazy stat that I don't remember the exact number, but the amount of winners are that are in the top 10 on the last, I forget the exact stat, but basically a good amount of the winners have been in the top 10 going into the after the first round scoring. So, yeah, it really was, Mike. I actually missed the opening ceremony, man. I had a meeting that I had to take early this morning, so I didn't get to watch it. I didn't get to start watching until about 9 o'clock. But it looked awesome. But let's start with the top. Let's start with the bottom of the leaderboard. Bottom of the leaderboard as we wrap up. Yeah, I feel that, SK. I feel that. Let's start with Mr. 90 himself. And if you guys are just jumping into the stream, welcome. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate that. If you're watching on Instagram or if you're watching on Twitter, feel free to follow me or drop me a sub on YouTube. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to do all this at once. But anyway, Mr. 90 himself. Appreciate that, Peter's Pasta. Thank you, man. We got some cool stuff coming. We've got some, hopefully some big announcements coming here before the end of the month, or maybe into May. We've got taking some cool meetings the past couple weeks from some partnerships perspective. So hopefully we can announce some stuff here in the next few weeks. But man, this is like OG days, man. I started doing the channel way back when, like when I first started doing this last year, this time last year. I started doing golf like live streams, like Pat McAfee style live streams, and I still love doing them. I still miss doing it, but I've been so wrapped up in the long form content that I haven't been able to do as many live streams as I would have liked. But as we get into the pro side, as the channel grows, I'm definitely going to get back into it. But Nick Dunlop shot 90. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to try and talk smack about any professional golfer because I'm a scratch golfer. But man, that is DFL by 11. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I mean, his scorecard was not pretty. I mean, not that you ever is when it shoots 90, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pars, 4 double bogeys, a triple bogey. That's crazy. I don't know if it was just off the tee. Would you break 100 from these? No, I wouldn't break 100, dude. There's no chance. There's no chance. But Nick Dunlop with the 90, man. That's crazy. Crazy from a pro side. Man, let's keep going from the top or from the bottom. Russell Henley, man. That is, I know, with 0 3-putts. That's insane. He averaged under 2 putts a hole. Under 2 putts a hole. And shot 90, man. That's crazy. Russ Henley with the 79. That I did not see coming. I actually really, really liked Russell Henley as a dark horse this week. He had been playing well. Obviously got the win at Bay Hill a few weeks ago. It's just an absolute dog, man. This Russ is just a grinder. He's a Georgia boy, so you figure he's used to playing in conditions like this, on turf like this. He's, it's not his first Masters. I don't know. 79. Did not see that coming. What else? Seb Straka +6. Don't love that as a.
It looks like the shapes were fighting for real estate on your scorecard.
Don't love that. Out of Sep, he's obviously have been playing pretty well this year. Who else? Adam Scott 77. Billy Horschel 77. Who else from the bottom? Højgaard. Anyone still? So I added to my Instagram story. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, make sure you go do that. We're gonna be giving away some cool stuff here shortly. Not on this stream, but like in a video soon. I apologize.
How can you tap into those good feelings from a year ago?
Nikolai Højgaard shot 76 with 5 birdies and an eagle. I think I've actually done that before. That sounds like a round that I would shoot. Like if there's ever a day where I have a bunch of birdies and an eagle, I'm most likely shooting like 78 because everything else is just like double or triple. But just an absolute circus scorecard from Nikolai Højgaard today. I mean, if you look at his 9s, I'll pull up his scorecard here in a minute. Or I'll pull up his this is the scorecard here right now. Started bogey double, then birdied 5 of his next 6. Bogeyed 9, double 10, double 12, eagled 15, bogeyed the last 3. I mean, just an absolute circus scorecard from Nikolai Højgaard. 76. What else? Let's scroll back up. So now we're getting into top 50. DJ 74, Phil 75, Finau 75, Rahm. I think we really got to dive into the John Rahm thing. Yo, let's go. I don't know how to say that. Is it Colby and Raymer have money on J. Rose, Bryson, Aberg, Sergio, top 10. Not looking too bad. Yeah, good luck, man. I like Sergio. Yeah, Aberg. I mean, we're gonna get in the top 10, and here in a minute. I'm gonna try and get some more light in here. Let me know if this looks.
9-iron here on 16.
If that glare is too much for you guys, I just want to get some backlight. A name I want to focus on is John Rahm, man. I mean, the main thing is John Rahm obviously has been playing really really well on LIV, but we really don't know, or we really can't factor, what it means to actually win a LIV event, in my opinion. Excuse me. you get one side of the pro golf world basically touting Jon Rahm as the best player in the world because he won a couple times on Live and hasn't finished in the top 10. You get the other side of the world, the extreme, basically saying Rahm stinks, he can't cut it. You look at his major performance. I think the truth, obviously, like most things in the professional golf world, lies somewhere in the middle from that perspective. But, the main storyline last year was his majors. Right, didn't play in the U.S. Open because of the blister on his toe, and it was pretty gross. I know it was an infection. I don't mean to say like blister, like to take a shot at him. Didn't play well at the Masters, didn't play well at the PGA. Ultimately, was able to top 10 at the Open Championship. But +3 today, has not played well. He's gonna have to fight tomorrow to make the cut. I would look at his under round tomorrow, or look at his birdies made. I imagine he's not gonna want to miss the cut. He's gonna be firing at a lot of flag sticks tomorrow. Going to go off early as he's one of the last groups to finish off. +3 through 17 right now as he's wrapping up his round. I don't know. Comment. What do you guys think in the chat? Jon Rahm, do you think he moving to Live ultimately was worth it for him? Obviously, I've seen Joseph Lamagna from the Fried Egg put on Twitter that his game has lost a step. I don't know. It's such a fine line because I don't ever really want to accuse a professional golfer of not caring. I think all these guys care for the most part. I mean, I think you get a couple guys who are just, along there for the ride, but not to say Jon Rahm doesn't care, but you now look at his sample size of almost, five majors since he's moved to Live. And I know we're only 18 holes in, and it's, he can't win the tournament, but he could definitely lose it on Thursday. And so Jon Rahm +3 as he's wrapping up his round. I don't know. What do you guys think? Rahm, I don't know. This is a major that he had a lot of steam in. A lot of people really liked him as he was, playing well on Live. Like I said, he's top 10 every event. Played decently at Doral with the exception of one bad hole on 17 on Sunday where he made a mess. Made a big number, but was in contention most of the weekend. Yeah, I mean, just, not a great start. I mean, you're tied with Angel Cabrera, Rafa Campos. It's his first Masters. I mean, these are guys who are, Rahm should be wrecking, and he just shot 75. He just wrapped up his round. Tony Finau, Phil Mickelson. Yeah, I agree, Keith. I agree. We're going to get to Hatton. Finau, Mickelson, Phil with a 75. I think a lot of people liked Phil's chances to win this week. I actually liked him to top 20. Still do. I actually might look at that for value. I think Phil flirting with the cut line. I'm guessing the cut line based on the current round one. The cut line, I'm going to guess, would be around +1, +2, depending on what the scores look like tomorrow. But Phil with 75. Tony Finau with 75. Man, Tony Finau, I just think, I don't know. He just that guy just doesn't have it. I don't want to hear any Tony Finau to the Ryder Cup talk this year, in my opinion. Honestly, he's just not a closer. He's the new Ricky Fowler, in my opinion. Except for he actually wins more than Ricky. Phil. So we'll see. I think Phil comes out with like a 70 tomorrow. Pencil Phil in for under par round tomorrow. Contrast JT to Rahm today. Both were rough off the tee, but JT is more precise around the greens to save pars. Yeah, what did JT finish at? JT shot, what, like +1, I think? Yeah, +1. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Rahm, I don't know. Just not great, man. It's just not great. Like, and I'm not one to stir the drama, but it's like you're not playing well when you're playing against the best players in the world. I expect Jon Rahm to clean up on Live. I expect him to top 10 every week. I mean, that's how I don't have the respect for the depth of Live as I do for the PGA Tour. Like I said, you're tied with Angel Cabrera. Guy just got out of prison. But what else? Let's take up this leaderboard storylines. Brooks Koepka, T51. So here are two guys. Three guys we can talk about real quick. Brooks, all at +2. Brooks Koepka, Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson, Max Homa. All I feel like are at a kind of turning point. Yeah, I agree, Greg. I agree. I have a future on Bryson. So, Dustin, Brooks, and Homa all are at a very interesting point in their career. Max obviously hasn't made a cut in like 2 months. Just parted ways with his caddy, who's ironically caddying for Justin Thomas this week, in case you missed that. Max Homa broke up with his caddy last week. Justin Thomas' caddy hurt his back, so Max Homa's old caddy is filling in for JT, which I find hilarious. But yeah, I feel like a big round for Max. He was 2 under through 3, ultimately shoot 2 over. I feel like it's a good start. If he can make the cut, I feel like that's a win for him. No offense to Max. I know he's trying to compete and you know, he plays these tournaments to win. But if I'm Max Homa, I'm just trying to make the cut. If I'm going out there, if I shoot 72 tomorrow, Max Homa, I feel like that's a good number. 71 probably makes him for sure. Like I said, from the looks of it, my guess would be the cut's going to be around +1, +2 tomorrow. I'm not sure what the weather is going to look like from that perspective, but yeah, let's see what Max Homa does tomorrow. I don't know. I feel like tomorrow's a very, very big round for Max. DJ, Brooks Koepka, 2 guys I want to spend a minute talking about. Dustin Johnson has been the talk of a lot of controversy lately. Has not really played well. Another guy similar to Jon Rahm, who has not really played well in the majors since making the move to LIV. You know, he was pretty honest and upfront about the fact that he wanted to take the money when he went to LIV. You know, I think he was pretty honest about that on the Full Swing documentary a couple years ago, but really just has not performed well in majors. Finished DFL at LIV Adelaide a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I feel that Lord Stanley Spieth is going to pop off. I didn't even see what he finished at, honestly. But DJ DFL last week, at LIV Adelaide, and a disappointing start. I actually really, really liked DJ to start this week. I actually liked a lot of the LIV guys. I feel like you can get some decent numbers on these LIV guys, especially in the tournament like the Masters. The book is undervaluing some of these guys in a certain number, but you know, DJ with the lackluster 74, Brooks 74. Brooks is on the longest, you know, career streak he's had. I think he's on 7 or 8 majors, which is also crazy that we're criticizing him. But I think it's 7th or 8th major without a top 10. So that's the longest streak of his career, is like 8 majors in a row without having a top 10. A lackluster performance from him, 74. I know he didn't hit it great. Cantley 74. Cantley made triple. Hi, other Keith. Morning going to be soft after rain, so all the last groupings are going to have easier. Okay, there's 2 Keiths. Hey, Keith party, what's up? Oh, we got 22 people in here. What's up, everybody? How we doing? If you're on YouTube, if you just clicked on this, you can do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, Langer. I think Langer shot 71 or 1 over. If you're on Twitter, if you want to join, let me know. I can get you a link on Twitter. But Patrick Cantley made an 8 on 15. I don't know, just a lot of guys, like, I don't know, a lot of lackluster performance. It's like a lot of these, like, I feel like almost every narrative on a lot of these players, you know, fulfilled true. Like, a lot of these guys just are mid. Like, Dustin Johnson, mid. Brooks Koepka, mid. Like, all these LIV guys who I really liked, like Phil, mid. Rahm, like, below mid. It's just like, I don't know. It's just frustrating. Anyway, okay, let's keep moving up the leaderboard. I'll hang out and talk as long as there's people in here. So we could go for an hour. We could go for 30 minutes. There's 24 of you in here, which is crazy to me. Last year I started doing this on this, like, basically this exact same day with 1 person in here. So we're 24x in a year from a viewer perspective. Bernard Langer, +274. Bernard Langer beat Jon Rahm at Augusta today. Man, I love golf. Golf is just a crazy game. Yo, appreciate you, Keith. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I'm not sure why the alert box is not working on the screen, but not exactly sure why that's not working. But I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Bernhard Langer beat Jon Rahm. Man, I love golf. Like, stuff like that makes golf just the best game in the world. That a player in Jon Rahm, who we perceive to be a top 5, top 10. I mean, Jon Rahm is a top 10 player in the world. I would say fringe top 5 right now, for sure. What is that chat on your screen? That's the YouTube chat, Keith. Greg, that's the YouTube chat that everyone's chatting in. That's popping up. The interactive chat. Everyone's chatting it up. But like I said, I just love golf. Sam Burns. So Tommy Fleetwood, another guy who's mid, +173. I mean, all these guys just fulfilling their narrative. Hideki, +170. Did anyone see Hideki's? Yeah, Fred. Yeah, I saw Freddie's whole lot. That was crazy. Did anyone see Hideki's break on 13 today? Hideki on 13 laid up. And then from his wedge, he hit I think he hit almost the damn near bottom of the flagstick, bounced it back, and rolled it into the water into Rays Creek. and ended up, I think, making double there. I can check right now. But that was just a really bad break. I think he was 1 under at the time. Ended up finishing 1 over, but still just a brutal bounce for Hideki, similar to what we saw from Phil at Live Miami last weekend. What else? Who else we got down here? T38 +1. Fleetwood, Xander +1. I feel like that's a good start for Xander. I feel like Xander was a guy who really went under the radar, kind of leading into this. Not a lot of people are talking about him. Obviously, he's been injured this year, and hasn't played a ton. Only played a few times with his, I think it was a rib injury. But like Xander, I think +173 is a good start for him. Kind of under the radar, not getting a ton of attention this week. He's a guy, he has a really good past here. Obviously, last time he was in contention was when Hideki won in 21. Xander was playing really well, and then I think he rinsed it on 16 and made triple. But Xander, I feel like that's a good start for him. I feel like if he goes out and shoots 69 tomorrow, 68 for Xander tomorrow, gets into the weekend 2 or 3 under, gives himself a chance. Under the radar pick for this weekend. I really like him given his past here. Or he could just flame out and shoot 77 tomorrow. You never know. I'm just telling you what my opinion is. But we can never predict this type of stuff. Højgaard, the other Højgaard +1. Amateur shot +1. Good for him. Love seeing the amateurs play, man. Do you guys know Brad Dahlke played in the Masters as an amateur? That was crazy. I saw that on Instagram today. I had no idea Brad played in the Masters. Insane. Good for him. Jordan Spieth, JT. Let's spend a couple minutes here, wrapping out the guys at +1 here before we get into the top 25 of the leaderboard. Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas. JT, I don't know, man. He has not obviously played well over the last 3 years. Hasn't won since the 2022 PGA Championship with bones on the back at Oak Hill. Just a guy who just doesn't seem to have it. Like we saw him in contention at the Valspar. Obviously was leading in going into the back nine. Ultimately got chased down by Victor Hovland to lose that. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like he has it. Like he's not a name I was really looking for. I know there were some people who liked him, but I don't know. I did see he put a mini driver in the bag, which if you can't see, I have a mini driver over here. I hope Dahlke. Yeah, I did interview him. Keith WP, if you haven't seen it, I did interview Brad a couple weeks ago. I did pretty well. 40,000 views on my channel if you want to check that out. Yeah, he does. Greg, he does. That dude murders the ball. I don't know what it is about the Spanish dudes, man. They absolutely rip the ball. He's nasty. No, he's so good. But yeah, JT, man, I'm kind of done with him. It's just he's not a guy. I know my guy Tweeth Mitchell would be happy. Tweeth, if you happen to be watching, I'm out on JT. This guy just doesn't have it anymore. I don't think he's gonna win a major until he wins another PGA Tour event. Not really a hot take there. Thank you, I appreciate it, Keith. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, man, I mainly do interviews at the top, Keith. And if you guys are just clicking on the channel, clicking on the live stream, welcome, appreciate it. You can hit that sub button. I mainly interview people in the YouTube golf space, so I'm looking to expand the channel more into doing more videos like this, talk show, or like talking, reacting to YouTube stuff, but I also love talking about pro golf. Pro golf I'm very passionate about. That's where I started. I love pro golf before I love YouTube golf, so that's why I love doing stuff like this. So, yeah, Spieth with the +173. It felt like a Jordan Spieth day. I'm pretty sure he had like just an absolute roller coaster scorecard. Yep. Birdie 1, birdie 3, bogeyed 4, birdied 8, double 10, birdie 11. That's a great birdie. Bogeyed 3 in a row, birdied 15. Oh, man, Jordan Spieth is just an absolute roller coaster of a player, man. So, I don't know. JT doesn't have the forearms. JT doesn't have the forearms. Oh, that's funny. All right, let's get into the top 25. And there's one specific guy that I'm going to spend a good amount of time talking. I'm going to let them take my glasses off. There's one guy that I want to spend a good amount of time talking about. Actually, I need it. I can't see anything with these. Sorry. Rory McIlroy. God, dude, what the hell is going on with my guy Rory? My buddy Will, if you're watching, I love you, buddy. He was texting me I was texting him, if Rory shoots in the 60s today, it's a win, because Rory's First round scoring average at Augusta haunts him. This dude is cursed at Augusta, man. I don't know what is going on with him. But I mean, he was on absolute cruise control. And I texted my buddy Will and I was like, Rory's going to shoot in the 60s. It's going to be a win today. Proceeds to double 15. Can we just take a second and pause? Because this is the type of stuff that makes it seem like Rory McIlroy may never win a major again. I don't know what. He makes these small mistakes in majors, and it's happened, and it's plagued his career over the last, however long it's been since he won a major. He makes these small mistakes that just bite him in the ass. And we saw it at Pinehurst last year when he was going toe-to-toe with Bryson. On 15, he hit that club, went over the green, or I'm sorry, I don't know if it was 15 or 17. The par 3, he hit it long. It was an 8-iron. He hit 7-iron, hit it long, made bogey. Missed those 2 short putts. It's these small mistakes that take him out of contention. 15, he absolutely blasted a drive. I don't know what he had in. I can probably find out here. But he absolutely blasted a drive down on 15. And for him to make 7 from his drive, I mean, he's flipping a mid-iron in there. Goes long, which is fine. Long was a miss. We saw a lot of guys pitch from the very exact spot Rory was long of that green. And you made the one mistake you cannot do there is hit it too hard to go past that front left or that front right flag, because everything past that flag runs down into the water. What does he do? I don't know if he skinned the chip. I don't know if it didn't spin. I don't know what it did, but he makes 7 after chipping it into the water. We saw Cam Davis hole it from the almost very exact spot. I mean, I understand you err on the side of caution there on the approach. I imagine Harry Diamond gave him a half club more on the swing. Because actually, probably a half club less, I imagine, because of the downslope. But you want to err on the side of caution and hit it long on the approach. But how in the hell you gonna run with the kid peeing in race creek? How in the hell do you hit that chip shot long and make double? And then bogey 17, bogey 18, and you shoot 72. And just like that, just like that, Rory McIlroy out of the tournament. Not out of the tournament, but it was looking like, all these storylines, right? We're going to have a Scotty Rory showdown lead into Sunday. Scotty did his part. Scotty Scheffler's the best player in the world. Just not a doubt. The guy just sleepwalks to a 68. Remember when Bryson made the joke about par 67 at Augusta? I really think par 67, that rule holds true for Scotty. I think par 67 for him is par at Augusta. It's insane. But it was looking like we're going to have a Rory-Scotty showdown. All these guys are in the leaderboard, and Rory just melts down again at Augusta. He cannot, I don't know. He can still come back. He's an even par. He goes out and shoot, 68 tomorrow. It's the first round. I don't understand. I don't get it. No, I'm not saying it's a terrible score, Keith. I'm not saying it's a terrible score, but it's the narrative that he cannot get through the first round. It's the first round that plagues him every time. It plagues him every time. If you look at his first round scoring average, it plagues him every time. And like I told you that stat when I first started the stream, is that the last, I forget the stat, and if someone has this in the chat, they can please put it in there. But like 85 or 90% of the winners, of the last 20 winners or whatever, are in the top 10 after round 1. So I don't understand, it just fits into the narrative. But I don't know. He can go out and shoot 68 tomorrow, but it's just like he was playing flawless round of golf. And then it's like one swing undoes the entire round. The entire round is completely different. That's a 3-shot swing. There's a 3-shot swing for him if he makes birdie on 15. He's 5 under. Instead, he gets out of there 2 under. Bogey 17, bogeys 18, shoots 72. I don't understand why this man cannot play well at Augusta the first round. So it's either going to go one of two ways for Rory McIlroy tomorrow. It's either going to be a miscut, 74, 75, and what we've seen from Rory, that's not out of the question. He's done that in the past. Or Rory goes out and just absolutely lights it up and shoots 67, 68. I think that's where he ends up tomorrow to put himself in position. Yeah, right. Akshay with a great finish. Yeah, JG from SD. Yeah, JG. We talked about we started covering from the leaderboard from the bottom up. So Nick Dunlap was one of the first topics. If you want to catch back, or if you want to rewind and go watch that, we opened with Mr. 90 himself. That's crazy. Yeah, SK, you know the stat. Keith, Dunlap shot 90, 18 over. He played bogey golf today. Yeah, and no offense, SK, Rory's not Tiger Woods. So. Yeah, I don't know. It's so upsetting. Especially, it's like he's on cruise. I don't know what it is. Is it mental? Is it, I don't know. What do you guys think? It's like he was on cruise control. Couldn't miss. I mean, he just poking along, mashes his drive down 15. One brain dead chip makes the difference of a 66 versus a 72. It really is crazy, because I really do think if he birdies 15, I just think that took all the wins out of his sail, and I'd be curious to hear his post-round presser to see what he had to say about that. I'm sure he got asked if he did media about what he had to say. Who else? Sergio 72. I know somebody had a Sergio parlay in here. I like Sergio this week. Sergio's been playing some really, really good golf on Live. He's one guy who I actually think benefited from Live from a play perspective. I think he doesn't have to be as focused on his game. I think he really much enjoys the team aspect and the captain role. I'm not a Live guy. I'm not a team guy at all. In fact, I hate the team aspect of Live. I think it's boring, if I'm being completely honest. But I do know that Sergio very much enjoys that captaincy role, the team role. So it's good to see him playing well. I feel like, it'd be good to see him maybe get a win or two, maybe one more major. Who knows, before he turns 50. But good for him. 72. All these guys at even par. It's make or break for them tomorrow, right? Another guy, Joaquin Niemann, Colin Morikawa, two guys who I think you could put almost in the same. I don't want to say you can put them in the same boat, because they're not. Colin obviously is a two-time major champion. Joaquin, has won, 2 times on Live. Obviously won, a bunch of times on Live over the last year. Won all over the world, but neither of them have really broken through. Colin has won 1 time. Hasn't really won at all outside of hasn't really won a major at all outside of when there was no fans. But Colin was 3 under and then bogeyed 3 of his last 6 holes to shoot, 70, 72. Neiman, I know, was under par early, even par 72. 2 guys who I think, and it kind of goes back to the Max Homa thing. 2 guys who I think really, really need a good round tomorrow to start the major season off right. I think Colin, that'd be a good bet tomorrow. What do you guys think? Put it in the chat. Who do you think has a lower round tomorrow? Morikawa or Semyon? Rory crushes Brandl's dreams again. That's funny. I don't listen to Brandel. That guy's a moron. But anyway, Neiman, yeah, I think 2 very big rounds. I think Neiman has a ton of pressure on him. Really, really needs to break through in a major, man. I've talked about this at length on Twitter with people, and I argue with Live bots all the time on Twitter about, is Neiman a top 5 player in the world? I say no. I don't care that he wins on Live. Winning a Live tournament isn't as good as winning a PGA Tour event. It really isn't. And there's a shining example of Jon Rahm. Jon Rahm has not contended in a major since he went to Live. Yet he sleepwalks to top 10s every week. That just shows that the competition, in my opinion, isn't the same on Live. Yes, they have really good players on Live, but the depth isn't there. The bottom of the leaderboard, the bottom 15 is not good on Live. So it's basically like a 30-man invitational every week. So big round for Neiman tomorrow. He did win the Live exemption to the Masters, which I found cool. Mav McNeely, 72. Mav, good guy. Go Mav. I love Mav. I was actually caddied for Mav last summer at an event for the Rocket Mortgage Classic, which was pretty cool. Mav's a really, really good dude. ZJ, 72. Cam Young shot 72. Okay. All right. So now we're getting into the top 10. Basically, all these guys, if history shows anything, these are the winners going to come from this grouping. Now, it's a big grouping because there's a log jam at 1 under. A lot of this is astrology. But if history shows us anything, the winner is going to be one of these guys at 1 under or better. Where did Cam Smith finish at? Greg? I didn't even see him. Minwoo Lee shot 1 under. Good for him. Oh, Cam Smith shot 1 under. Good for you, Greg. Good call out. I didn't get to watch a ton of Cam today. We'll do an Aussie segment. We'll cover Jay Day, Minwoo Lee, and Cam Smith here in a minute. But I just want to go through some of these guys at the bottom of the pack, because there's a lot of guys at 1 under. And like I said, if history shows us anything, it's going to be the -1. He's -1. Yeah, I'll talk about it here in a minute, Greg. But the winner's gonna come out of this group. Shane Lowry at -1, Victor Hovland -1, Sung J M -1, Matt Fitzpatrick -1, Daniel Berger -1, our guy Denny McCarthy -1. Come on, Denny, first win at the Masters. I love Denny. I'm really pulling for him. Denny's a good dude. I'm good friends with his caddy. I'm not good friends. I'm friends with his caddy. Yeah, I feel that, Keith. I feel that. Daniel Berger, Matt McCarty, 71. Bubba, 71. Minwoo Lee, Max Grazerman, Patrick Reed, Brian Harmon, Fred Couple. Shout out Freddie Couple, 71. That's crazy. Cam Smith, Davis Thompson. Good for Mike Kim, Akshay, Jason Day, Harris English, Aaron Rye, Bryson, Hatton, Aberg, Scheffler, Connor, Rose. So if history tells us anything, the winner is going to be in that group of 20-ish players. There's an absolute logjam at 1 under. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 guys at 1 under. I'm counting it, SK. I'm counting it. Just because there's 16, because second or third place, or I'm sorry, T7 is 2 under. There's 16 guys at T11. So I'm counting it as top 10. You don't have to, but I am, just because there's some big names in here, and we're here for the drama. You know, I'm all about the clicks here on the Scratch Golf Show. That's sarcasm, by the way. Not here for the clicks. Just here to talk golf. Cannot believe there's 21 people in here, guys. This is crazy. I started the channel a year ago yesterday, and I started doing live streams like this last year. Before I started doing all these interviews, I started doing live streams like this. I had no viewers. So now we're at 21 a year later. It really is crazy to see the growth. Yeah, JG, we spent some time talking about Rom earlier in the stream. Gave my thoughts on that. If you want to go back, I'm not gonna dive too much into it again. I already talked about it. It's disappointing. It's disappointing, and I think it almost just feeds into the narrative that him moving to live maybe lost a step. I know Joseph Lamagna, like I said, from the Fried Egg, put out a tweet, wondering if John Rahm had lost a step, which I think is true. Thank you, man. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's been a crazy year. 2,000 subs, over 2,000 subs in a year. We're working on some cool stuff here shortly. So if you guys are not subscribed to the channel and you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that sub button. We are going to be doing some cool giveaways soon. I promise. We're working on some cool stuff behind the scenes. All right, so let's start at the bottom here. Victor Hovland. I'd like to see Vic win. I actually like his chances. I don't know. Vic, you never know. He says he sucks, but he's out here shooting 1 under at Augusta. Shane Lowry always has been really playing. I feel like Shane Lowry has always plays well at Augusta, or at least recently. Sweet. Hell yeah. Thank you, Keith. We don't do a lot of live streams, but I might now. If you guys like doing the live streams, I'll do more of them. I really will. I used to do them all the time. I just like to do it for the professional golf stuff. Matt Fitzpatrick 1 under, major champion. Daniel Berger, not major champion, but Daniel Berger is pretty respected. So a lot of these guys at 1 under, man, are definitely in the mix. I really, really would love to see Denny McCarthy contend. I don't know if Denny has it, and I don't want my guy Denny to see this. Yo, let's go. 2 keys. Hell yeah. Key squared. I don't know if my guy Denny has what it takes to win the Masters. It kills me to say that because Denny is one of my favorite players. He's one of the nicest dudes. But would love to see him contend coming into the weekend. He's been playing so well, and he works so hard. Dude, Wyndham sucks. I'm done with Wyndham Clark. He got lucky at LACC. He's a ball speed imposter. Now he doesn't suck, but you get what I'm saying. He's overrated. enough with him. He won a 54-hole event, and he won a major that wasn't a major at LACC. Well, he won a U.S. Open that wasn't a U.S. Open. And he hasn't done anything since then. So Wyndham can – I don't want to see Wyndham on the Ryder Cup team. Wyndham is – I'm done with him. No, it's funny because I like the live. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate that. Keith squared. Liven up the chat. Love to see it. Love to see it. Hell yeah. I will. Cal B and Raymer. I'm down, man. I'll do them after pro stuff. I would. The lesser events, probably not, but the bigger events, I could do after Siggy's. I'm working on getting what I really want to do, and you guys can let me know if you guys like the style of content. Obviously, I'm always looking to improve, but I know a lot of the PGA Tour caddies. So on lesser events, I might be able to try and get some of the caddies on site live to do like course breakdowns and just talk about the event. I was actually trying to get one of the guys on tonight who's on site, but he never got back to me, which I understand. Like it's obviously very like this is a hectic week for a lot of people. But if I'm able to get like a caddy on site during some of these signature events, is that something you guys would like? Maybe course breakdown or even like pre-round, like a Wednesday before, just breaking down the course. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, we're always looking to adapt here on the Scratch Golf Show, especially if these live streams are going to be, 20, 25 people. That's huge for me. And I'll use the watch time for sure. So, cool. Well, let's get back into day one thoughts. Let's wrap it up here. We'll get to the top of the board. And I might just hang out and talk. As long as there's people in here, I'll keep talking. So, let's do the Aussie segment. I know my guy Gregory was asking about, so we got Cam Smith, Minwoo Lee, and Jason Day all in the top 20 golfers. Jason Day, I love my guy. Man, Jason Day is my favorite golfer. Tape it and be consistent, dude, before tee off, yes. Okay. I don't know if I'd tape it. It's something I'd want to do live, especially post-round. Pre-round, I might be able to do like a Wednesday. Wednesday, I would tape. The post-round recaps, I won't tape. The post-round recaps, I do live. But Jason Day, Cam Smith, Minwoo Lee, all these Aussies. Cam Smith always plays well here. I feel like Cam Smith always plays well at Augusta. Really, really creative. It's a course that really fits his game very well. Let's get some light in here. Give me a second. I'm going to turn the light on. There we go. Get the Masters content back in there. It's Masters week. Get the Masters flag. Get the Masters poster in there. Anyway, Cam Smith, like I said, his short game is just absolutely disgusting. Yeah, long day for Adam Scott. Yeah, not great. But hey, it's okay. Adam Scott gets to come here for life. I don't feel bad for him. I don't care if he has one bad round. He gets to play there until he wants. But Cam Smith, yeah, he putts his ass off, man. Him and Denny McCarthy, I think, are the two best putters in the world, in my opinion. But Cam Smith, a good round. I think he's definitely a name to watch. My guy, Jason Day, man. Jason Day has notoriously, I feel like Jason Day is owed a Masters. He's contended so many times, and not many people remember, but like this is like going back to like 2013, 2014, 2015, Jason Day, 2011, I think, or when did Adam Scott win? 2013? Adam Scott won 2013 or 2011? I can't remember, but he was in contention that year. And it just has always evaded him. I think he was in the lead, and then he bogeyed 16, bogeyed 17, and Adam Scott ended up winning in a playoff. I know he was world number one. He's my favorite player. Jason Day was, Jason Day won, at Whistling Straits in 2015. He's my favorite player, still is. So I feel like he's owed a Masters. So I would love. Jason Day was a guy I really liked as a long shot to win pre-tournament. I think he was undervalued just because a lot of the top of the leaderboard was so heavy with Scotty and Rory taking up so much of that win equity at the top of the leaderboard. And I felt like you could have got a number at him. But Jason Day, Minwoo Lee, and Cam Smith. Who do you think finishes the best Aussie out of those three? Let's hear some comments in the chat. And if you're watching on Twitter, you're always more than welcome to interact in the chat. it's mainly almost been exclusively YouTube, which I was actually not expecting. Usually it's the other way around. But hey, YouTube's popping off, so we're going to continue to do it. What do you guys think? Minwoo Lee, Jason Day, or Cam Smith? Who has the lowest, or who do you think has the best chance to win or finish highest on the leaderboard? Who else we got here? Michael Kim. Good for Michael Kim, man. Michael Kim played his way into the Masters. Played, what was he, like 100? I think Colton Nose was talking about it in the broadcast. He was like 130th in the world. Played at Phoenix, and then played his way into the top 50. Good for him. Good for him. J-Day Hype Trim. Yeah, they're all, Cam Smith -1, Minwoo Lee -1, and Jason Day -2. Minwoo Lee, man, I don't know. We saw Minwoo Lee implode at TPC, and I don't know if it's his swing. I mean, obviously Minwoo can pound it, man. I mean, he gets 190 ball speed. We've obviously seen him, just rip it off the tee, but it's his wayward misses. It's his wayward misses that cause him problems. We saw it at TPC Sawgrass, and I ultimately think it'll get him in trouble here. I just think he gets a little nervy. I know he just won at Houston a couple weeks ago, but I just think he gets a little nervy. He gets a little nervy, so I'd be curious to see how he plays over the next 54 holes. But Cam Smith or Jason Day, I think, definitely has a good chance this weekend. Who else we got up here? Max Grazerman, no chance. No offense, Max, you're not winning. Brian Harmon, I would lose my mind if Brian Harmons win the Masters. If Brian Harmon wins the Masters, I will lose my freaking mind. I can't. No offense to Brian Harmon. JG. Yes, we talked about Rahm. Rahm did not play well. Yes, we talked about Rahm already. Story of the day was definitely Rahm. Not the story of the day, but definitely plenty of stories of the day. I think Rory's the story of the day. Hey, Calby and Raymer, if Bryson, as long as Bryson wins, I have a futures ticket on Bryson. So as long as Bryson wins that 7-hour round, I'd watch all 7 hours of it. Yeah, let's hear some comments. We love the interactive chat. If there's some names at the leaderboard that you guys think are gonna win, drop them in the chat. Tell me why you think they're gonna win. Yeah, Keith, we're about to blow up, man. I'm telling you, I'm working on some really cool stuff behind the scenes. I don't want to say any more than that. But I am working on using on some brand stuff. So there is some cool stuff coming. If you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Would appreciate that. Like the stream, share it with a friend. If you have a friend watching or who's just hanging out, share it with them. Tell them to like it. They could close it after that, but just tell them to like it. Maybe leave a comment. That stuff always helps. All right, now we're getting to the top 10. Let's go top 10 and more specifically the top 7. Jason Day. Akshay, who someone said Akshay earlier. I forget in the chat. Jason Day, Akshay, Harris English, Aaron Rye, Bryson DeChambeau, Tyrrell Hatton, Ludwig Oberg, Scotty Scheffler, Corey Connors, Justin Rose rounds out your top 10. If history shows us anything, the winner's going to come from that group. Right? Everyone says that. I think I would go one back. I would make the exception this year because I think anyone under par or anyone level par really has a chance. I think Justin Rose is going to come backwards a little bit. I don't think Justin Rose is going to go out there and shoot another 65 tomorrow. I think Justin Rose, if he shoots even par tomorrow, that would be a good. And I'd love to see Justin Rose win. I think him winning in his 40s after not winning the Open last year after going through qualifying would be a very cool story for him. Would love to hear that. But I just think he's going to come backwards tomorrow. Augusta National is not a course that you really can go 36, 54 holes without making mistakes. So I hope, Keith. I hope Bryson wins. I hope. I have a ticket on Bryson, so I hope he wins. Corey Connors. Yeah, I think somebody in the chat said Corey Connors. Corey Connors does always play well at Augusta. Want to hear something funny? So I was building. Yo, Simeon, appreciate the sub, man. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for watching. Appreciate that. Walker Frederick. Rose is going to have Ludwig and Scotty on his butt, but the next 2 days, Rosie, but I don't think he can outlast these two right now. I know, right? I feel like it's definitely Scotty's to lose, right? I mean, like Scotty. Why is it? I don't know why that's not coming up. I don't know why Scotty. It's definitely Scotty's to lose at this point. I feel like Scotty is. I mean, he's just. The course is built for him. I don't understand how he just crawls out of bed and shoots 68, 66, 65, 67, 69. It's just like Scotty is so good at, and this course is. Yeah, I feel that, Keith. Scotty's not a personality guy, but I just respect how freaking good he is at golf. Normally, I mean, he doesn't have. I mean, obviously his putting is his weakness, but even if he putts a C+ game, it's like it doesn't matter. I don't know. Freddie Couples shot 71 today, man. Shout out Freddie Couples with the hole out, but still. Shout out Freddie Couples though. 71. Longer shot 74. Scotty's short game is insane, Greg. It's absolutely insane. I don't think people realize how good that man is with the wedge. Like, people talk about Phil. Like, Scotty, in my opinion, is like a top 5 short game or chipper of the golf ball on tour. Like, he is unbelievable with how good he is with the short game, how good he is off the tee, and he's the best iron player in the world. There's this you will never convince me otherwise. So, I mean, obviously, Scott, let's check the betting odds. Let's check the betting odds and see what the live betting odds are. Because I'm curious. I am curious. Trying to keep the people entertained because I don't want you guys to click off. The fact that we've been holding consistently around 20 viewers is insane. Shit. Let me try DraftKings because I don't want to fucking do this. Let's see what the live odds are. Masters. Okay. He was yawning on hole 2. Okay, so the live update. So the current favorite, Scotty, at 2-1. That's so gross. Scotty Scheffler's 2-1 to win the Masters. The only thing grosser than that was seeing Tiger in, like, I think it was 07 was minus 125. Minus odds to win the Masters. That's insane. Tyrrell Hatton at plus 2,500. I feel like you gotta bet that. I feel like that is such a good value. He's 4 back. No, it's not, Keith. It's not. No. Scotty's become unbettable. He's unbettable. These numbers are too short. It's crazy. He's unbettable. Ludwig at plus 600. Bryson plus 700. Bryson plus 700 is pretty good. Justin Rose plus 750. Rory plus 1,200. Man, if you loved Rory at 6.5 to 1, let me tell you, 12 to 1. I'd look at Rory. I mean, Akshay at 45 to 1. Jason Day at 45 to 1. Man, some of these numbers, you can get some decent value on these guys who aren't that far back. I mean, if you think Justin Rose is going to back up, Scotty, I don't think is ever going to run away with this thing. I don't think Scotty's ever going to run away with the Masters. He's not a run away and hide type of guy. I don't think he really ever plays that type of golf. If you really like some of these guys down the board, you can get some decent value. Like who said Hatton? Greg, yeah, Hatton at 25 to 1. I might honestly put a bet in on Hatton just because that's insane. He's never really played that well at Augusta, but I mean he's just playing so well right now. Colin 28 to 1. Bryson 7 to 1. So I mean the leaderboard, it looks. It looks okay. Top of the leaderboard. So Rory plus. I mean, you can get Rory top 10 including ties minus 140. Top 5 including ties plus 175. Hatton top 5 including ties plus 300. I love all these Hatton numbers. If you're gonna bet a guy, I'd bet Hatton. That just. I know, literally, Keith, right? I mean, honestly, though, you get to a point where you have to bet Scotty. Like, he's that good. You know what I mean? Is he Pops? That's crazy. That's crazy. I want to see if I can get somebody to join. Birdie Fever. Yo. Birdie Fever, you want to join? Birdie Fever, you want to join? I don't know how much longer I'm going to be live for, but would love to have you. If you want to pop in, shoot me a message on Instagram. I can get you a link. Okay, cool. Let me shoot you a link. Give me 1 sec. All right, it's been a while since I've done this, but I'll shoot you a DM on Instagram. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get a guest on. Get some more viewers up in here. All right. I just sent you one. Birdie Fever, if you want to join. And then I'm going to need you guys to confirm once he joins that you can hear him. Sorry, just making some changes to the stream. Let me know if that works. It's been a while since I've done a live guest on the stream. But we're back. We're chilling. Sorry, I'm just trying to move this stuff around. Bubba, yo, I do like that. Top 20 at plus 270. Yeah, I would actually take that, Calby. I know. That flag stick was brutal. Shanks McAlways, crazy. I know. Shanks McAlways, what a name. I love that. That's hilarious. I know, it's the best tournament of the year, man. It really is, in my opinion. That's crazy. It's crazy how good it is. While we wait for Birdie Fever to join, we're going to get a live guest. I did change my name to my handle. It's Keith Squared. Oh, okay. I appreciate that, Keith Squared. While we wait for Birdie Fever to join, we will... Different topic. Walker Frederick with the great take. Walker, I like your takes, man. I like your takes. You're a funny guy. It's his fireballs, dude. It's for the fireballs. It's for the fireballs. What do you mean? It was not pretty. Ketchup and mustard, right? I mean, that was not great. Not great. I was gonna see old Sergio freak out in a bunker though. Looked like Lewis Hamilton. Oh man, that's funny. You guys are funny. You guys got me laughing. Chat, I appreciate you guys being interactive, man. It makes these streams so much more enjoyable when the chat is interactive. It's so much more fun. But I appreciate all you guys hanging out. Hopefully Birdie Fever joins us soon. If my guy doesn't join here in the next few minutes, probably going to call it. But if you are in the chat, I'm probably going to be doing these post-round tomorrow. I don't know. I might go live earlier in the day tomorrow. I told my wife we'd have date night tomorrow, and I love her. She's been amazing. She's been helping me with some awesome stuff behind the scenes. So tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to be live later after the round, but I will be back. And then this weekend just fails out. Sorry. All right, let me try something else. All right. Sorry, guys. Trying to get the guest in here. If he doesn't join, probably wrap it up here shortly. But, like I said, we will be live Saturday and Sunday. Since these streams are due today, we did pretty well. So, we definitely will be live Saturday. Saturday probably afternoon. Sunday all day. Probably going to be live most of the day Sunday. I'm saying 12 people. I'm trying to get my guy in here. I don't know what's going on. There's been no Twitter chat. I'm shocked that nobody from Twitter joined. Sorry guys, we're running into some technical difficulties for the collab cam, from the guest cam, unfortunately. Hopefully our guy is joining. I don't know if we're going to be able to get him in. Hopefully get this addressed and get this fixed. If you guys like doing this stuff, I'll see if I can line up some guests for Saturday. Yeah, absolutely, Semyon. Yo, I appreciate the sub, man. Appreciate the sub. All right, Birdie Fever's not going to be able to join us. But since you guys like these, hey, if you guys like doing these, Saturday I will try and line up some cool guests for you guys for the stream. We will see if I can get some caddies on the stream to maybe talk about Augusta a little bit who have been there. I'll see if I can get some guests, some cool guests lined up. So maybe tomorrow, guys. I might be back on tomorrow. No promises. I need to talk to the wife. We're gonna do date night. Maybe go live earlier in the day. If not, I'll for sure be back Saturday, probably around 3-4 o'clock Saturday. If you want to jump in, I'll work on getting some caddies on. I've got a couple of guys I can call who maybe can join. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna call it. Really appreciate you guys jumping in. I really appreciate all the support on the stream, man. These are so much fun. I love doing these. Almost more than I love making videos sometimes. But all the support's been great. I'm gonna be doing some giveaways. Actually, I might do a giveaway this weekend. I've got some stuff that I can give away this weekend. So if you guys want to come back, stick around. I've got some cool stuff that I can give away Saturday and Sunday. So like I said, Saturday around 4 o'clock-ish, I'll be back online for sure. Tomorrow, maybe around 3 o'clock. And then Sunday, we'll see. Sunday, we'll be live in the morning, afternoon. But we will be live all weekend doing this stuff. I appreciate the support, guys. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. I will talk to you tomorrow, maybe, if not Saturday. Peace.